Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Hi everybody, new video from Big Apple Pipes. Today, since we are going to talk about the Sutliff Cringle Flake, as you may have read from the title of this video, I am in Brooklyn, in Dyker Heights, this neighborhood famous for the Christmas decorations that all the houses have here. So we're just gonna have a walk together to introduce this Kringle Flake, but just before, as I usually do, I usually do give an introduction and then I show the unboxing and then my final considerations. But this time, between the introduction and the unboxing, I will just show you some decorations so we can celebrate Christmas together, sort of. Just for fun. As I was saying, I'm going to talk about the Kringle Flake, that is the Christmas tobacco by Sutliff. Sutliff's really stepped up the game of Christmas tobaccos, in my opinion. And this is because usually many brands, they release aromatics for Christmas. But I think Sutliff really decided to do something similar to what McClellan was doing, that is releasing not an aromatics but a great Virginia or Virginia Perique, as in this case. I tried the Kringle Flake from 2019, 2 years ago. I think the video should be on this channel. I loved it. In that case, we had that very very well aged and pressed red Virginia. It was just a flake of pure red Virginia, and it was astonishing. It was great. Last year, with the Virginia Perique, with very old and aged both Virginias and Perique. I haven't had the chance to smoke it, although I bought it. But last year I spent the year in Italy due to the pandemic. I wanted to stay home with my family. But I have it in my cellar, so sooner or later I have to pop it in. I heard great things about the tobacco as well, especially from friends that I trust. So really, sadly, give us the habit or to have high expectations about the Kringle Flake. In the meantime, I'm going to show you something just behind me, which is so cool. This year they decided to go again over the path of the Virginia Perique with old red Virginia. I don't remember how old is the red Virginia. It's at least 10 years old, and almost 20 years old Perique from 2003. They are pressed together, but the red Virginia, before being pressed together with the Perique, is, they say, blackened, which is like a sort of mildly Cavendish process. Honestly, my doubt here, my perplexity is, do you really need to blacken such a old and aged Virginia? It's already sweet by itself, so I really don't know. But the only way to know if it is worth it or not, and I'm going to show you something again, is to just pop it in and try it. So now let's have a walk together in the neighborhood, just because it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's also hilarious, but in a positive sense. And then let's go have a look about this Kringle Flake that will accompany me. I mean, it won't accompany me in this Christmas, because it's before Christmas, but I will try to release this video on Christmas, so it will accompany all of us together. Let's go. Okay, so here it is. This is the label. As you may know, Kringle Flake has this very interesting label that is shaped like a Christmas card. So you have the space to write down to and from. Here, this Il Periodo in America is the name of my Italian channel. So in this case, it should be from Big Apple Pipes to Claudio, which is me. It's my name. So this is a gift from the YouTube channel, let's say, to myself, just for fun. It's interesting what you can read here. Blackened Red Virginia Flake with 18-year-old Perique. It's interesting the use of this term, blacknet. So it's not stoved, it's not Cavendished, it's blacknet. Never heard. But if we turn the tin, we can see something different, because what we can read here is, after being aged for 20 years, US grown red Virginias are Cavendished. You see now it's Cavendished and combined with Mark Ryan's 2003 Perique to create a one-of-a-kind vintage blend. The whole leaf is then pressed and sliced into broken flakes to provide a smoke that harkens back to the good old days. Very interesting. So we have a Virginia which is 20 years old, then it's then Cavendished, and this is something that I'm perplexed about. I'm no expert, I'm not a blender. My only thing is that why you have to use such a long aged Virginias and Cavendish. I mean, it's such sounds a little bit like a waste, but let's try it. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's just I have a wrong idea about Cavendish. Mark Ryan 2003 Perique, and let's see how it looks like. I've just opened it in for the Italian version of the video, Il Pipatone in America, and the tobacco itself was different than now you see it now. It was much more pressed, okay? So it was like almost as a broken cake. Then I moved it about to smell it better, and now this is how it looks like. So now it looks like a proper broken flake, but before it looked like a bunch of flakes pressed together, okay? But then as soon as you touch it, it just, lose it up. The smell of this tobacco is very interesting. It's unique. It's like, wow, oh, okay. It's different than anything else. When I smell it, it smells to me like Scotch whiskey, which is, I mean, something that never ever happened before in a Virginia tobacco. You cannot really taste, smell the typical smells of Virginia tobaccos or Perique. So it's very peculiar. The color is amazing. It's this dark brown. Now in the camera it looks more orange-ish. Let's see if I'm able to give you a better. I'm trying with the. Okay, yeah, it's close to this. It's a brown, light orange. No, sorry, dark orange with some black portion. Okay, it's much more orange here in the camera, but this is pretty okay. Very interesting. And again, what strikes me the most, it's not the presence of this, black portion, which is the blacknet Virginia, and I mean also, usually when you look at the tobacco and it's a vapor, the black should be the Perique, which is almost purely black. In this case, we have blacknet Virginia, but we don't have as much black, right? So it's odd because you don't know if it is blacknet Virginia, what happened to this Virginia, which is still brown, and the Perique. So I'm very, very curious to try it because this is a very unique blend. And again, when you put your nose into the thing, you have this very distinct alcoholic tone. It really reminds me like the first time when I was a kid that I smell Scotch whiskey. Okay, so it's very pungent. Not that I drank whiskey when I was a kid. I'm just saying that you saw it. I remember seeing this bottle, opening it, putting my nose in it, and then being thrown out by how pungent that smell was. So this is pungent and smells like Scotch whiskey. So it's really different than any other Virginias I've ever tasted or smelled. So I'm really curious. Let's load up a pipe and see what this. And yeah, I mean there is this alcoholic undertone which is very distinct. So if you tried it, if you bought it, if you open up a tin, just let me know if you felt the same. Now it's just time to smoke it. Let's go. So here we are. I must say that I really enjoyed this Cringle Flake. I'm actually just coming out the CTMD where I tried to get the COVID test so I can get my flight and fly back home for the holidays. So just waiting for the results. I feel great, so not worried, but you never know. Everything in New York is going crazy right now. This Cringle Flake is indeed a very interesting tobacco, and I think they actually nailed entirely the concept of the Christmas tobacco, and that is because it is a blend that requires your full attention. So it's really one tobacco that you want to smoke if you have time to do so. Okay, you have time to dedicate to it, and that is mostly due to the fact that if you do something else while you smoke it and the pipe tends to warm up, the tobacco really, the flavor decays immediately. And the Perique, it's pretty present. There is a lot of Perique. So if you get the tobacco too hot, it really starts irritating your tongue like badly. It badly hits your tongue. But if you keep the temperature low, as you do when you're concentrated on your smoke, you're just getting time for a pipe, then it's amazing. It's sweet, it's mellow. The spiciness of the Perique is like the one of cinnamon, okay? So it's very interesting, it's very good, it's very sweet. It really makes you think of a Christmas cake, Christmas dessert, okay? The Virginia is very interesting because it's really not the classic sweetness of Virginia, and now I understand the blacknet concept because it's not like Cavendish. It's not as purely overly sweet as a Cavendish can be, but it's a little in the middle. You really can taste the flavor of something like breads and cookies, and then you have this fruity cinnamon thing from the Perique. So very, very interesting, but again, it's tobacco that you only get that if you give to it full attention and time. So in this sense is really the tobacco for Christmas. You have time, you are enjoying time with your family, time with yourself, and you get yourself an hour or two just to sit down, relax, maybe after a very nice lunch or dinner, just enjoy it. And that's good. So yeah, I just wanted to wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, but happy holidays in general. It's been a crazy year, but I think I will come out with another video before the end of the year so I can give you the Happy New Year wishes. I really hope it will be a great 2022. And yeah, that is all. Let me know if you have tried this Cringle Flake and what you think about it. What is your experience? I just gave you my 2 cents as usual. Yeah, that's it. I really hope you got yourself some good pipe as a Christmas gift, but more than anything else, I really hope you're enjoying the holidays with your family and everybody you love in good health. Take care.